Hi there.
Hi, Jack. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good. I love your setup there.
Thank you very much. Yeah. It's a very Star Wars centric room.
I love it. I love it. Awesome.
So, just want to start off by saying 12 years ago, I saw my very first Star Wars movie in theaters, and it was Clone Wars. And I
Oh,
watched the entire show of Clone Wars, and then I went on to Rebels. So, I was there every step of the way for the journey of Ahsoka Tano.
oh
And
gosh.
I know in the beginning she got a lot of hate from people. I always just was like amazed. I was like, oh my God, we're going to see it from like a younger perspective, all the events of the Clone Wars, because you always have, Obi-Wan and Anakin, but what are the new perspective that we never got before?
Oh gosh. Well, thank you for being with her from the beginning and supporting her from the beginning. That means a lot.
So I was wondering, like, in the beginning, like, how much were you told when you were auditioning for Ahsoka? Like, did you know it was for Star Wars and stuff like that?
So I did know it was for Star Wars. I knew that it was for a new animated Star Wars project. I actually auditioned for Padme. They were not even advertising the role of Ahsoka.
Mhm.
Um, I was kind of bummed because I didn't sound anything like Padme. So I really wanted it, but I knew I didn't sound like Padme. But my agent was like, no, go in anyway. And I'm so glad I did, because when I was in there, they were like, no, you don't sound like Padme, but we have this new character that we think you could be right for. And so I read for Ahsoka, and I knew very little about her. They were very generic lines. Um,
Mhm.
and all they told me was that it was a new character. That was it. I found out who I was actually playing after I was already cast. So,
Gotcha.
like, my first day of work, I showed up and found out about Ahsoka.
That's when they spilled the details, like,
Yeah.
okay, you're going to be like one of the main characters. You're Anakin Skywalker's apprentice.
Yeah, I pretty much lost my mind.
So I don't know if you watched The Mandalorian at all, but how are you proud that Ahsoka, your character, has finally made it live action? Like, it must
Yeah.
feel a certain way to finally see that character come full circle.
I'm so proud of Ahsoka. I mean, to have this character that, as you said, some people didn't like in the beginning. Um, to have this character come so far and to be so loved and now known by so many. I'm so proud of her. So yeah, I mean, I will always celebrate anything Ahsoka.
Do you by any chance have a favorite like story arc or story from Ahsoka for either Clone Wars or Rebels that just you're like that was like the best Ahsoka like I can think of?
So this one's tough. The reason I gave you that look is because it's too hard to pick a favorite. I like them for different reasons.
Hmm.
Um, just my kind of unexpected answer is I love the Mortis trilogy. uh,
Right.
because I just how they explain the Force, but then everything about those three episodes, from the writing to the animation to just Ahsoka in that goes from older Ahsoka to dark side Ahsoka. She's just all over the place.
Hmm.
I love that arc. I am very partial to. I think my heart is with the season 5 finale. Um, uh, arc from Clone Wars.
Hmm.
But the series finale with Ahsoka and the fight with Maul is just unbelievable.
So, what was your first reaction to them coming back to you? Be like, we're doing one more season of Clone Wars, and most of it's going to be focused around Ahsoka.
Oh my gosh, I lost my mind. I didn't believe it at first. D. Bradley Baker actually texted me. He found out before I did. So I didn't believe it. I thought they were playing a joke on me. But,
Mhm.
when we announced it at San Diego Comic Con, the panel I think is online, I started crying. I mean, I just like, it was definitely a gift that we got to finish the series.
A fun little theory that I jokingly have is because Ahsoka had defeated Maul during the Siege of Mandalore. Technically, should be the ruler of all of Mandalore because she beat him at
Oh.
combat.
That's true. That's a good point. I like the way
Just
you think.
saying. Um, and let's see. I had a little notes here.
Oh, it's all good. You have
Any
questions.
any tips for someone who wants to get into voice acting? Because I watched, the little clips they had recommended. I saw that you had like a bumpy start sort of for voice acting in a way. Like, is there any tricks?
Yeah, well, I think the biggest misconception about voice acting, voice acting is acting.
Right.
So, it's just a different technique. So, if you want to get into voice acting, I would get into acting, whether that be classes at your local theater or if it's you get into film and television classes. You really just have to hone your acting skills because my background is actually in live action. I did
Right.
film and television first. Ahsoka was my first voiceover job. So, I would say get into acting and then voice acting, just start auditioning for as much as you can. Because one thing leads to another. It really
Mhm.
does. I kind of say with acting, just say yes, say yes to whatever you can because you never know what project will lead to the next. And
Right.
it's taken me to places and it's taken me to do things that I never thought I would do.
Well, thank you so much. It's truly been an honor meeting you. One of my favorite characters of all time.
Oh gosh. Well, Jack, thank you so much. Clearly the force is strong with you. And happy holidays, happy new year. And
Happy holidays, happy new year to you too.
oh, thank you. And may the force be with you.